Time Saver Traffic with Amanda DeVoe, only on News 4 Jax.
Yes, Amanda, you continue to follow that crash on MLK Parkway that's delaying drivers.
And it's been a crash I've been following for more than an hour at this point. MLK Parkway South at 8th Street. This is a crash involving a truck. So there are still some delays in the area. The left lane is still blocked. So just keep that in mind here at 8:06, that is the situation there. Speeds are still down to 20 miles per hour in the area. So a slow mover, stop and go traffic there. And then if you're heading on MLK traveling north, it will be a minor slowdown there as well because people are looking at the crash in the opposite direction. All is good in the neighborhood here in both directions and across our area as well. Keep in mind that I-10 East in Lane Avenue on the shoulder, you have this crash. Some major slowdowns across all lanes here. That continues until you get to the downtown area. So I would suggest taking Beaver Street instead. That is because you can see that speeds are down to 20 miles per hour pretty much on all of these main roadways. So let's take a look at that free parking here. This is near the Bridge of Lions. It shows about 13 spaces are available. So just keep that in mind. Let's talk about some gas prices. So some of the cheapest gas I'm seeing in the area right now at the Shell on Roosevelt, $2.77 for you. If you happen to stop by the Circle K at Atlantic Boulevard, it will be $2.78. And then you have the Circle K on McDuff on the west side with $2.79 per gallon for regular gas. Should be a vehicle fire here clearing up at Fort Caroline Road in Heathrow. Just want to let you know about it just in case you see it. See that there are some people standing outside of these vehicles. So it is definitely important to make sure that you're planning ahead. Consider taking 295 instead. This is what you're dealing with if you are in Nassau County specifically. So again, the Florida-Georgia line 95 south to be exact. If you plan on traveling southbound, this is going to be an issue for you. You see the flashing lights off in the distance. A couple of lanes are blocked here. In Bridge, as you can see here, traffic is flowing smoothly in both directions. We're off to a pretty decent start. Not seeing any major issues on the road. Police, again, have blocked off those southbound lanes of Blanding Boulevard and Wilson on the west side because of a crash involving some injuries. Some emergency vehicles here. Largely, this is impacting that off ramp here. You can see traffic is able to get by on the ramp, and there is partially a lane blocked as well. Of course, this is going to take some time for this to clear up. The time now is 7:50, and it's going to be a mess for you this morning. If you lower your speed, avoid locking up your brakes. Also, don't power up those hills because it can get a little dicey. And then just keep in mind, you do not want to stop when going up a hill. There's this situation here with the air temperature, which is the reason why these bridges are closing and the reason for this icing. You can see there are two jackknife semis here that are right here at this exit here at 17. You can also see that snow there on the shoulder. So that is just an example of how, although the snow has stopped in some areas, you are still seeing that there's some icing that is taking place. And that is why first responders and law enforcement want you to stay off of the roads this morning until they are able to get this situation taken care of. You still do have two lanes that are blocked. Several emergency vehicles are here on the scene. Traffic does seem to be able to get by in one lane. However, it's going to take some time for this crash to clear. Traffic on 295 on the Mandarin side is being detoured onto San Jose because, again, both directions are closed. But that activity is taking place on the southbound side of the Buckman on its roof. So we're still working to learn more information about the circumstances here. But as you can see, I'm counting about 5 troopers here with the flashing lights here. We also, again, have other assistants here on scene